Okay, in the fourth kind here, we have 3 so far. The first kind, we could add without doing anything, and something dropped out. In my second example, I had the same numbers, but I had to change the signs of them. In my third example, I had to multiply one of the equations. Okay? So here, if I added 16, 9, nope, not going to work. I can't just change the signs because my coefficients are different. And without getting into fractions, which we are not going to do because that's really complicated, there's nothing to multiply 6 by that would make it 10. And there's nothing to multiply 2 by to make it 7. Okay? So here you're going to multiply both equations. So you pick x or y. I don't care which one you want me to do. X. Okay. So I have 6 and 10. What is the first or the least common multiple for 6 and 10? Not factor, multiple. Multiple. Yeah. No. Tama? Which one? 20. Not 20. 30. The first number that both 6 and 10 divide into is 30. Okay? So, what would I have to multiply 6 by? I'm looking at my x's. What do I have to multiply 6 by to make it 30? Anna?
5.
5. And what do I have to multiply 10 by to make it 30? 3. Now, right now, they're both going to come up positives. Positive 30 and positive 30. We want one of them to be a negative. So that when we add, it cancels. It doesn't matter. Pick one. Whatever one you want to do. I'm going to put it on the 3. But it does not matter which one you pick. Yes?
But why couldn't you do like the y's?
You can.
Do 14?
I just did x because somebody told me to do x. You can do the y's or 14.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. You can do either one. You get to pick x or y. So sometimes when you look at a question, you're definitely going to maybe approach it differently than the person sitting next to you. Okay? Because there's not just one way to do these. Okay? So I multiply through and I have 30x plus 10y equals 20. I would tell you now that the most common mistake that people make on these questions is forgetting to multiply over here too. Okay, like leaving that a 4. Okay? On the bottom, negative 30x minus 21y equals 24. Add my equations together. My x's are eliminated. That's the whole goal here, to get a variable eliminated when you add. 10 minus 21, negative 11y. 20 and 24 is 44. Divide by negative 11. And y equals negative 4. So I'm going to look for now my x value by plugging that in. I'm just going to go to the bottom there. It really doesn't matter though. You really have 4 different places to go. So I have 10x plus 7 times negative 4 equals negative 8. Multiply 7 times negative 4 is negative 28 equals negative 8. Add 28. So 10x equals 20. And divide by 10. And x is 2. So I have 2 negative 4.
You said 2 negative 4.
2 negative 4 is my order of pairs. I always give x and y But when you get to your OTL here in a little bit, I'm not finished with notes yet, but when you get to your OTL, if they give you other letters, because I don't know why they do it, but they do. So like if they gave you A and B, when you write your ordered pairs, it's always alphabetical. M and N, I don't know why they like to do M and N, but they do. So alphabetical, okay?
A is actually X and N is
Correct. Okay. All right, so let's go through a couple of examples here that are just, I'm not telling you which one we're doing here. So I'm going to call on you. Got my deck of cards out.
We're going to do the whole problem?
Yeah, we're going to do the whole problem.
Well, like when you call one person.
No. Okay, so when I'm looking at this, Caroline Clarkson, which variable would you choose to be eliminated?
The X.
Why would you choose the X? Any reason? You like X. Okay, so if you're going to choose X then, if you're going to choose X, what am I going to make those numbers? How am I going to get X to drop out? Will it drop out right away? Like if I add right now, will it be 1? Okay, can I just change a sign? Can I multiply 3 and get 5? Okay, so I'm going to have to multiply both equations. So what am I going to take the top one multiplied by?
By 5.
And the bottom one?
By 3.
Okay.
Wait,
Yes?
should it be negative?
Yep. Yeah, I was getting there.
Oh.
I was getting there. Okay, so then she's got the 15s now on both of them, and then one of them just needs to be made negative. It doesn't matter. Now, Caroline, it's great that you like X's. I'm just going to tell you something here. I would have chose Y here. Why do you think I would have chosen Y instead of X?
Because it's smaller.
No.
Versus 6.
No? Hannah, help her out.
Because they already have different signs.
Because they already have different
So
signs.
negative,
Okay?
okay.
But it doesn't matter, because I'm still going to have to multiply both equations. I'm still going to have to make them 6. I'm still going to have to multiply both equations. It doesn't matter. So that's what I mean by, that was a good example, right there, of you're going to see it differently than maybe someone else sees it, and it's okay. Okay? So that top one becomes 15x minus 10y equals 50, and the bottom one becomes negative 15x minus 9y equals negative 12. I add together, my x's are definitely eliminated, and I have negative 19y equals positive 38, and divide, and y is negative 2. So I'm going to plug that in. And again, it doesn't matter where. I'm going to go to the bottom. So 5x plus 3 times negative 2 equals 4. Multiply that. 3 times negative 2 is minus 6 equals 4. Add 6 to both sides. And 5x equals 10. And divide. And x is 2.
See you.
Thanks.
Okay, so again, you could have chosen y, you can choose x. Okay? It doesn't matter which one you do. Hannah, here's my next card here. What would you do on this one? What would you choose on this one?
Do the top equation times 2.
You would take the top equation times 2. So what are you trying to eliminate?
The x's.
Okay, now when you do
Negative 2.
-2, there you go. So she caught herself there. So she's going to get the x's eliminated, so she's going to take that top one times a negative 2. So she gets, or I get, hopefully we all get, negative 2x plus 8y equals negative 24. And the bottom one I'm not changing. And the x's are eliminated just as she planned, but the y's are also eliminated, leaving me nothing on that side of the equation. And on the right side of the equation, I get negative 14. So, like substitution, what is my answer? Yes? No answer, no solution. Either the circle with the line through it, or write out the words no solution. If I had done this by graphing, what would happen? Parallel. Okay.
If you would have known why, would you still
It is still, it wouldn't have said 0 equals negative 14, it would have said 0 equals something, but the variable still would have canceled. Okay, and my last example. What you'll notice, hopefully first, is that that first one is jumbled and it's not lined up. Lining them up is very, very important. So I need to take that top equation and rearrange it. So I want x and y on the same side, and I want the constant term on the other side. So this has got to move over by adding it because it's minus. So that's going to become, I'm going to rearrange it at the same time. I'm going to do kind of two steps together here. I'm going to put the x first. So negative 6x. The 5y is positive. And now my 4 is over there and it's positive. The bottom equation looks just like I want it to. So on my top equation, I moved my constant over by adding it because it was minus. And then I also switched these places around. Put my x first, put my y second. Take the signs with it when you do that. Okay? Okay, Jimmy, what would you try to get eliminated here?
The x's.
And what would you need to do that?
Multiply the bottom one by 2.
All right. So he went with x. And again, if you see y and you see 20 and negative 20, that works. Okay, it doesn't have to be the same variable. It can be whatever variable you want it to be. This one's just easier. Okay? So then I get, I'm not changing the top one. So that's going to stay the same. And then the bottom one becomes blushy. Positive 6 plus 8y equals 22. 13y equals 26. Divide by 13. And y is 2. And I'm going to plug that in. So 3x plus 4 times 2 equals 11. 3x plus 8 equals 11. Subtract your 8. 3x equals 3. And divide by 3. And x is 1.